Okay, something else that's important to know when you're working in fireworks is working with rulers, guides, and the alignment tool. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a fireworks document here. Again, 72 dpi, 500 by 500 pixels is okay, and a transparent background. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK here. Alright, so as far as rulers and guides go, whenever you're working with objects in fireworks and you need to align things and make sure they look proper, we use these tools to help us. So first of all, we're going to turn on our rulers here. So if I go up to menus and select view and select rulers, it's going to give me rulers here on the left and the right side, pretty much pixel measurements. So here's 0 pixels, 50 pixels, 100 pixels, and so on. And the same thing going along the side. The nice thing here is if you look at this little icon here, these are called guides. They're lines that we can draw onto our stage to allow us to align things. So if I come up here to my ruler here, select with my mouse, you can see my icon changes. And what it's allowing me to do is pull on a guide to use for alignment purposes. So let's just say I'm going to create a website based off this, this measurement, 500 by 500 pixels, and I want my header to be about that height. So this would be the base. So I'd have a guide here to help me draw in my shape. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and just select a shape tool, rectangle, and draw a rectangle right there. So there you go. I can use my guide to help me align this up. Now the other tool I want to draw your attention to is the Align panel. Here allows us to align objects together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select my type tool. I'm going to pick white. I'm going to type a header up here. So let's say this is the title of my website. It's just a header for right now. And I'm going to have some body copy text here, or maybe a nice image here. I'll go grab an image because there's an image I have been using. Import Idaho, Utah, PNG, and I'm going to import this on the stage. Now this is a little large. I need to shrink this down. So I'm going to go ahead and select, hold down Shift, and shrink down my image proportionally. Remember, when you're working with images, you can size them down. So something that's important when you're working with images and text is alignment. It's something that helps anchor in elements of your design. Right here I have my header and my image, and I want this header, the side of the H, to be aligned with this image. I think that's going to be a nice element and help anchor in these two elements of the design. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a ruler over here to help me do so. And you can see I got pretty close, and if I want I can just click and hit the arrow key over and slide it over slightly. But something else I can do to help align this, if I select the image, hold down Shift, and select the text, I can come to my Align panel, and if you see right here, these two represent two images, and then the line on the side means they're going to align to the left side. This means they'll align to the center. So if I hit center, they're going to align right and center of each other. Align to the left, they're going to align right flush left. Align to the right, flush right, and so on and so on and so on. This will position them wherever they need to be, or I can distribute them if I want to as well. But I want these things to be aligned left, and I want the image to be up, so I need to slide this back down. But now I know the position of header and the image are in the exact same spot. I also can find that information down here in my Properties panel. Remember, when we work with our Properties panel, if you select an object, it will tell you its position. So on the X axis, which is right here, it's at 17 pixels over. The header is at 15. So I can slide my header over a little bit to 17 and I can make it just right. But again, I can always select here and do the same. But that's just something to be aware of. It's a nice tool to use. You should use this when you're designing your elements, especially when you start adding in links for your header. I mean, you're going to have home link and about. And if I want these things to be anchored in with my header link, I would just hold down Shift and position them like so, so at the same height. And then I would go ahead and use my guides here and pull them over and figure out my spacing. How many pixels apart do I want them to be? So again, rulers, guides, and the alignment tool. They're going to help you position your objects and place them exactly where you want them to be.